So when we burn ferrous sulfate in presence of heat, it gives rise to three different elements. One is ferric oxide, second is sulfur dioxide, third is sulfur trioxide. Sulfur dioxide, ferric oxide is in solid form. From that, two gases are eliminating, that is sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Now observe here, at beginning, at the reactant side, there is only one element. It is getting decomposed, it is getting detached, it is getting divided into ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. This kind of chemical reactions are called as decomposition reaction. Let us take one more example. Lime, calcium tricarbonate. Limestone, calcium tricarbonate, limestone. Let us take second activity in a textbook, limestone, calcium tricarbonate. When this is basically single element. Okay, calcium tricarbonate is single element. When we heat this calcium tricarbonate, that means nothing but limestone. When we heat this calcium tricarbonate, what happens? It gets converted to calcium monoxide and carbon dioxide. The elements in limestone is calcium, carbon and oxygen. Calcium and oxygen gets coupled to become carbon monoxide and again calcium oxide. And calcium oxide is called as quicklime, plus the gas which is liberated is called as carbon dioxide. Now observe here, before initiating the chemical reaction, there is only one element, basically, that is limestone, calcium tricarbonate, that is limestone, and it is in the solid form. When we heat this calcium tricarbonate, it gets decomposed to two other elements. One is solid, that is calcium monoxide, which is in the solid form, and the gas is getting decomposed, that is carbon dioxide. This is all the form of decomposition reaction. So basically the reaction in which one or two elements gets decomposed is called as decomposition reaction. What is the point? Now let us take third example. Lead nitrate, PbNO3 2. It is a compound. It is compound, and in which various elements we can find, such as lead, nitrogen and oxygen. Three elements we have. It is compounded element in which we have three different elements, but it is in a solid form. When we provide heat to this, when we burn this lead nitrate, that is PbNO3, it gets converted to three different elements, that is lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. Okay, and these elements are already present in that lead nitrate, that is PbNO3, before burning and before undergoing through chemical reaction. So decomposition reaction is a reaction in which one or two elements get decomposed from a single compounded element. Got the point? Understood? These all are types of decomposition reactions. Now next type is displacement reaction. Next type is displacement reaction. Now third type is displacement reaction. In this type of reactions, what happens is, as a single compound element contains many more elements in them. So the reaction in which one or two elements are either displaced or removed is called as displacement reaction. Okay, let us take the example of PbNO3. PbNO3 means lead nitrate, in which we have lead, nitrogen and oxygen. Okay, if I displace my lead by calcium. If I remove lead and add the calcium, that means what I am doing? I am displacing the lead. For example, or if I'm removing the nitrogen, or I'm adding hydrogen. So what I'm doing? I'm displacing the nitrogen. Okay, this kind of chemical reactions is called as displacement reaction. Now let us take examples according to our textbook. For example, if I take a beaker in which I will take copper sulfate solution, I will dip two nails in that, iron nails. I will dip 2 iron nails in that, and I will observe the chemical reaction. What happens after dipping the iron nail in that? What I observed is the iron nail got converted to brown. It was before dipping it was white, and when I dipped the iron nail in the beaker, it gets converted to brown. And from the copper sulfate solution, what I observed is the coppers from copper sulfate solution, the copper items get detached from sulfate solution and attached and bounded to on the nail, because of which the color of nail converted to brown. So here what happened? From copper sulfate solution, the copper is detached, copper is removed. So these kind of reactions is called as displacement reaction, in which one or two elements are either displaced or either removed. Okay, so we can call this type of reaction as decomposition reaction also. But if in the case we are not removing any element, we are displacing the element, then we cannot call this reaction as decomposition reaction, but we have to call this reaction as displacement reaction. Got the point? So let us take the examples. Copper sulfate. Copper sulfate is a solution in which I am adding the iron. That means nail is iron. I am adding iron to it. What happens? It gives rise to iron sulfate, ferrous FeSO4 plus copper. Right? Ferrous sulfate plus copper. So to the iron, the copper elements from the copper sulfate solution getting detached from the copper sulfate solution and getting attached to the iron rod, iron nail, and and the combination is giving the name, the element with what we call iron sulfate, FeSO4 plus copper is removed. So there are various kinds of examples, such as copper chloride, CuCl2. When the copper chloride is added with lead, Pb, what happens? The chloride elements from the copper chloride solution get removed from the copper chloride solution and get bounded with the lead, and it gives the result lead chloride, PbCl2. But plus copper elements are detached, which is in the solid form. So these all kind of elements are called these all kinds of reactions are called as displacement reaction. One more type of reaction what we have is double displacement reaction. What is meant by double displacement reaction? To understand the double displacement reaction, let us take the activity from our textbook. That is, take 3 ml of sodium sulfate solution in a test tube. In another test tube, take 3 ml of barium chloride solution. Mix two solutions. What do you observe? Okay. In one test tube, take sodium sulfate. In another test tube, take barium chloride. Mix these two solutions. These both solutions are in aqueous form. Okay. If we add these both solutions, what you get? You get you will observe that two elements are detached and